Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Kazal on MTGO, coming back for another Grixis Control Friday. Gonna play some Grixis Control in the Legacy format, and I've been having a lot of fun with the Modern Horizons 3 format. So far, the only matchup that I haven't really felt like I'm navigating well is Eldrazi or Big Mana, but we're playing Blood Moon to address that a little bit, even though like the aggressive decks don't really care about Blood Moon that much. But the aggression, a lot of their more aggressive creatures like Glaring Fleshraker and Eldrazi Linebreaker are weak to Lightning Bolt. So yeah, we'll just keep trying that. The one card I do want to play, but is not in this list, is Fatal Push. I want one in the sideboard, but maybe that'll be for next week. We're back on Jace the Mind Sculptor just because, as I find that Psychic Frog is pretty weak to absolute removal, white removal, red blast, fatal push, all that stuff, and there's a lot of that going around. I'm getting less and less high on the card, and people like know how to play around it now. They're not just doing stuff like, oh, it'd be fine if I traded my lightning bolt for 2 cards out of their hand, and then they just lose like 3 turns later because my creature has a lot of power. No one's doing that anymore. Everyone's learned how to play around the card, so I'm going down to 2, and I could see even someday having like when Dreadhorde Arcanist was lethal, I had 1 in the main just as a cheap threat that could take over the game. I could see it approaching that someday. So yeah, we're down to 2 right now because we still want to play with the new cards. They're a lot of fun. And 1 Tameo has also felt good. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing too surprising here. Everyone knows this list and loves it, and I'm going to get back in there. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We crossed the 500 threshold, but I still don't feel like there's enough questions in the comment to make a whole video about. So yeah, please feel free to fire anything in there. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be magic related. It can be about, yeah, anything you want me to answer. I'll do it. 500 is a reason to celebrate. So yeah, we'll have a fun Q&A video. So yeah, fire those down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I already said that. I'll say it again. And yeah, let's play some Grixis Control. All right, here we go. We're up against Martin97, who grinds pretty hard, so I can expect them to be on Scam right now. And yeah, Underground Sea into Ponder. Very likely to be Scam. Now, someone told me Scam was off Bowmasters, which seems insane to me. But does that mean Strix is just gonna like brick their Psychic Frogs? I don't know if I'd go that far. We're gonna play a Ragavan here. That's fine. They're not playing Psychic Frog or like Entomb Reanimate next turn. It's kind of busted for us. Get to pull ahead in land drops here, especially being on the draw. We don't have to sacrifice our cards either. Play Strix. We're in there. Thoughtseize. Well, if we don't get comboed, that'll be pretty good. No action. Really no action. That's interesting. Another Thoughtseize. I'm going to go to combat first. Doesn't really do us any good if they just cast Bowmasters here in response to Thoughtseize. But if I can brainstorm in some other way, okay. Cast Thoughtseize. Whoa. Okay. I think I get it now. Shoot the Sheriff is pretty cool. I think clearly I'm taking Null Drifter here. Surprised they didn't force. Now what do I do? Probably Brainstorm and Thoughtseize again. Kolaghan's Command. Pretty good against Phyrexian Dreadnought. Cling to Dust also grinds pretty hard. I'll put both Brainstorms back. And yeah, I'm going to cast another Thoughtseize here. Take your Dress Down. It's a lot of Dress Downs. Yep. Okay, I was gonna lose my mind if their 2 draws were land, Null Drifter. It's simply not allowed. I wonder if they want to just dress down the Strix and then possibly not have it to turn on their other creatures. Oh, they have Orcish Bowmasters? That's so much worse. I mean, what a terrible turn of events here.
Yikes.
I mean, at least I get to draw a card. Shieldred's Edict. Nice. Alright. I've lost my board advantage, but I still feel like I have my card advantage. I have to fight through a Force of Will too, though. It shouldn't be too hard. They might even force this. Or they might cast Dress Down. They do cast Dress Down. Okay. What should I do with that? I think I'll have them discard and pick up Tameo. There's no real reason to do that right now. Or I could deal 2 to the army token. That's pretty good. Yeah, maybe making them discard is like not that big a deal. And why do I feel like this deck definitely has like wastelands in it? Nice. Alright, well that's 3 dress downs down. I have a feeling they probably have Stifle in this deck too. They're kind of due to draw some lands, I imagine. And they also probably want to deal with my Bowmasters before doing a lot of things their deck does. Yeah, it's pretty good. Ish. So far they're way out Bowmastering me. I love this. I love it. We love it. Now I'll play the greatest blocker alive. The internal logic of MTGO is truly astounding. If you get too tilted by Bowmasters, then they'll deliver you Bowmasters. I knew they had Wasteland. I knew it. I wonder if I can get them to hardcast Force of Will here. Is Shieldred's Edict more helpful later on? Undoubtedly, yes, but I'm trying to solve for X here. Okay, they're tapped out. Right where I want them. Flipping Tammy is probably not worth the pain here. Could waterlog Teachings for Bolt. Probably need to do that. If they shoot the Sheriff Tameo, though, I'll probably need to flip it. I'm not afraid. I think I should do this now. While I have full information. Well, close to full information. Yes. That was a good exchange for us. Left us with a clue token. No attack. Alright. These cards just keep coming. Okay, check this out. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I still want Force of Will to be discarded above anything else. Still not pushing damage, though. But we've ground them out. Now we have a bit more of a clock. But they can find a lot of scary cards in that brainstorm. They have a lot of life to work with. But doesn't seem like it was good enough. Alright. I don't know how good Red Blast really is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they had Psychic Frog. If you're in blue-black and are playing Tempo, it seems like a pretty good choice. Blood Moon, probably a slam dunk on the play, but on the draw, I don't know. Yeah, none of this seems very good. In the absence of everything else, do I just play Thoughtseize? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like they're Esper either, unless their deck was kind of strangely performing. I played a game last night in paper where I didn't reveal a single red card until game 2. We can at least cut Jace and Nimble Obstructionist, I think. Against the Stifle decks, like, well, Null Drifter has some other stuff going on, doesn't it? They have a lot of removal. Well, they have Shoot the Sheriff. I can't remember what constitutes an outlaw. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it covers most of the format. I think most of the format is not an outlaw. I'm also not convinced they don't have Phyrexian Dreadnought. Alright, let's just side like that, and then recalibrate. I really don't know how good Bolt is. We'll also keep, just because having resources is important. And they have a slow start, so we can get a basic Islander on Stifle here. Yeah, they're bidding Wasteland, in fact. It's a shuffle. Much better.
Much better.
Uh-oh. Don't do it? Okay, I thought it was Psychic Frog. I'm woefully unprepared for that one. Oh, never mind. Yeah, you can play Psychic Frog now if you want. I guess we'll draw out that Stifle. Gotta play around Daze. So if they cast Bowmaster's Heal, I'll cast Brainstorm. Oh, they have a Brainstorm. Yeah, that resolves. I'm not gonna tap out of Stifle, it seems. Yeah. Let them go. Yeah, they're being stubborn. That's fine. Huh. It's not time for that. The sad thing about this matchup is that evoking Null Drifter is a totally fine play. 2-for-1s are Anathema for Grixis Control. That's a good draw. I could play Narset, but I don't want to just lose it to Orcish Bowmasters. Surely someone will let the first arrow fly. Like that old dude at Helm's Deep. Ponder's good. Surely someone will get tired and let the arrow fly. Or impatient, I guess, is the more accurate word here. I don't think they're going to burn removal on Bowmasters, though. They have their own Bowmasters. Yep. Hanging out. Hanging out with the family. See if they can resist. No one can resist. But were they expecting this? Oh, okay. Were they expecting this? They might have another Bowmasters after all of this, but turns out no. Ooh. Ooh. I think we're going to be doing okay. K-Command for later. Psychic Frog for now. I mean, they probably have Shoot the Sheriff or some stuff like that. I don't know how hard I'll go in protecting this thing. I think at least Force of Will. At least Force of Will. Whoa, they're untapping. So, seems like no Fatal Push or anything. Douthie Voidwalker resolves. Yeah, I'm gonna go in one time on this. Pitch Narset. Shoot. I don't know why I did that right now. Okay, frogs are not outlaws, it turns out. Not a great exchange for me. However, I have a 4-turn clock. If they want to turn Voidwalker into a frog, I have a Red Blast. Actually, I'm not going to give them the opportunity. I grant you thus. Another Shoot the Sheriff. How does Bob Marley feel about this card? Can file it next to Stir It Up. Actually, I don't think there's a card called Stir It Up. Maybe there's a Three Little Birds card. And you know someday there's going to be a Buffalo Soldier, like in Bloomborough or some shit like that. Buffalo, I don't think are one of the 10 tribes in that set, though. That would be funny, though. Mice, frogs, badgers, and buffalo. Feeling pretty wrapped here. Even if they present 2 blockers, I think I can overrun and also cast Lightning Bolt. Cool. Welcome back for round 2. We've won the die roll. This hand sure is interesting. Has a lot of play to it. I'm going to keep it. Got some combo hate with Nimble Obstructionist. Seems to be some kind of pregame action here. Is it Devourer of Destinies? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm not wild about this matchup, as mentioned in the deck tech, but we'll see what we can do here. Alright, well, they exiled a Ring and Kozilek's Command. I guess this is like a bigger version, so it's not quite Eldrazi aggro, which in general I think is better. However, it won't make these lightning bolts very good, unless I just like start the clock like right now, which maybe I'll just do. I think I probably lightning bolt here, and then cast Orcish Bowmasters, because we see they're on the 1 ring. And maybe Nimble Obstructionist can either tempo them out or be a 3-1 beater. Gotta always pretend you're Zeus when that happens. No, we're trying to deal as much damage as possible. We're playing bad Delver here. Although I guess we're dealing as much damage as Delver would be. Well, that's not entirely true. They have Thought-Knot Seer as well. So this is like a weird hybrid version of the deck. Okay. I think they likely take Strix here. If they take Bolt, I can't attack. Maybe they don't care about attacking, though. In which case, they might not take Strix. They do, okay. Ooh, nice. Well, that's even better. Draw a card. Cast Ponder. Waterlogged Teachings might actually be what we're in the market for here. Let's assume they do something incredibly devastating next turn. Yeah. We just need the damage. 4 mana is so much, though. On average, am I going to find more damage if I shuffle? Probably not. Or probably, actually. Yeah. Let's say Ancient Tomb deals 4 more damage this game. That would mean I just need to get 2 attacks in with these orcs. Devourer of Destiny comes down next turn. Please be something I can ignore. Not really. So if they take Nimble Obstructionist here, I still have attacks. Maybe I just push anyways. I think this is right. That Devourer, though. Okay, we got Waterlogged Teachings back anyways. That's interesting. We're short a land to cast it, but yeah, if they just tap Ancient Tomb one more time, we should have the reach in hand. There it is. The One Ring. That is so interesting. Is this just going to fog? I don't think they can win the game in time. Oh, damn. I would say this turns on Kolaghan's command, but... Wait, didn't I shuffle? What the hell is going on right now? Cling to dust. Ponder. Shuffle. Okay, that might work. They're going to 2. That was rough, though. I just want 2 lands would have been so nice there. Is this World Breaker? I can overrun a World Breaker. Oh, Devourer of Destiny. Can't overrun that one. I can bounce it. That's probably what I gotta do here. It's funny to bounce something with such a powerful cast trigger. I don't see how this goes wrong, though. Even if they have damn Force of Will, they'll pay 1 life and then likely lose to their ring. My finger, far away from the 1 key, because skipping through combat would be a disaster. Okay, Blood Moon, Opposition Agent, can sign to memory.
So good.
Meltdown seems okay too. Do I just need Thoughtseize? Takes them a while to get off the ground. Tempting to side out Lightning Bolt. They're not always going to have Ancient Tomb, you know? Cling to Dust is at least pretty unimpactful. And yeah, maybe Thoughtseize on the draw is like not that great. Trim 2 bolts. Okay. That was some solid delvering. We can do it sometimes. Sometimes we can do some delvering. Yeah, let's go. Psychic Frog. That's one of our best cards in the matchup because it can actually stand up to Eldrazi. Okay, pretty innocuous cards over there. What would be bad is if they played Thought-Knot Seer, so I guess I should hold up Brainstorm. And even past that, like, there are other cards we'll need to dodge. Oh, what? Oh, what? Yeah, I mean, we are just going to play Frog. I don't think anyone plays Warping Whale anymore. Wait, does Warping Whale work on Psychic Frog? I don't think it does. I can't remember the exact wording on that one. Oh, shit. That's bad if they go Devourer of Destinies here. They're going to play Thought-Knot Seer. I'm really grateful for that. Unless they take Nimble Obstructionist, I can actually counter a Devourer trigger. They take Snapcaster Mage. That is interesting. Alright. So if they block and I defeat this thing, that's pretty much the same thing as, yeah, drawing a card and all that. You know you want to. Oh yeah. Goodbye Tameo. Goodbye Brainstorm. Goodbye, Ponder. Chomp. Problem is, they have tons of mana. But if they spend their turn casting Devourer... Wasteland. They've already tapped the mana. I think they should have wasted me and then went to second main and cast Devourer. Oh. Well, that's not good. Yeah, I think trying to cycle and find Force of Will is insane. I'll cast Nimble Obstructionist. Alright, how about a Blood Moon off the top? Narset. That one's pretty good too. take sync, and crash for 3. Unfortunately not dealing as much damage as the last game. They also don't have Ancient Tomb. It's a big difference. Glimmer Post, ugh. Undoing a lot of our hard work here. What costs 8 mana? Okay. Taking out Narset. We'll attack. I can waterlog Teachings for an Edict. Just seems so bad. Wish there was a better way to win. Someone brought up a Price of Progress the other day. And like that would dome for 8. And you can get it with waterlogged Teachings. So it's like, is it actually kind of good? I mean, probably not, but it's interesting. Do I just bounce that? Or, I mean, return it to their hand? It's not even that much of a time walk because they have so much mana. Yeah, let it happen. Good waterlog Teachings for Force of Will, but then I'm at, like, out of cards. It's pretty bad. We're not in good shape. We need to somehow aggro them out. So I think I need to go for Bowmasters. This thing doesn't have trample or anything. 3 in the air is a lot. Might be able to make this happen. Can't get Blood Moon with this. I think it's too late anyways. Well, now I can consign. They're not F6, so I don't know. I do want that 1/1 really badly. I'll just shoot one here. And that attack was purely symbolic. What on earth? Do they have another Kozilek's command? I swear, like, everyone always has this card. I'm not sure how.
Just no matter what, everyone has this card.
And it always takes a really long time to cast for some reason. Or maybe this is what it's like when I'm casting Kolaghan's command, and I just never realized it. It's strange. That is so much mana. Karn. Okay. Can't really afford to fight over that.
Hey, Latisse.
Do I sync that? Do I sync Karn? I can attack Karn off the field. This lattice is not even that good. In fact, it's kind of bad. But also, I can't tap my lands afterwards, so I'll play your little game. I'm out of double blue cards to cast, right? Or there's still a Jace. So in a hypothetical world where I draw Blood Moon and then Jace, huge formatting error. Or not error, but overhaul. Okay, they're gonna pass. Bounce your Latisse. Cool. Now what? Now Kozilek's command? Or now do you destroy Nimble Obstructionist so I can't attack Karn? Okay, that kind of makes sense. It is annoying though. Yep. Maybe I'll draw another one, who knows. I don't want to attack Karn. I certainly have to. Brazen Borrower. Continue annoying the crap out of this stuff, right? Or do I just need to race? Race doesn't work unless I find some way to deal with that Devourer. Or does the race work? Attack them down to 12. One ring puts them to 10. Borrower, Nimble Obstructionist, crash for 6. Then they cast Latisse. I bounce Latisse. They cast Latisse again. This would be so much easier if they had an Ancient Tomb. Then I'm never casting a spell again after Latisse as it goes through, so Yeah, I guess I'm gonna attack Karn. But that was all just a big distraction. I feel like I needed to get rid of Kozilek's command. Yep. Okay, so that's one more damage. What does that mean? I mean, they're gonna probably be able to do anything they want. Look at all this mana. Frankly, it's absurd. They have that freaky battle mage. Oh, it's Thought Not Seer. They can recast this, right? It will cost them everything they have. What do I do? It won't even cost them everything they have. That's 10 mana right there. Is that better, though? I feel like it gives me a lot of time. And I'll have 2 3-power beaters in the air. That is blanked. Then in case they have something crazy like Ulamog, it's not attack yet. Yep. Another Karn. How does this work? Bowmasters as usual. Kolgon's command does not work. Because I have no Bowmasters in the graveyard. They've been exiled. Bowmasters? I still don't even know if this works, but we'll do our best here. Attack Patty. Hope they waste their time on Latisse before they tap the One Ring. That's another crucial part of the equation here. But yeah, if they can't cast another ring, like, they're just going to combat. Well, then they'll tap the ring in combat, right? Cast Bowmasters. They'll tap the ring. Or not. Send a point there. Block the 6. Go to 6. 4 cards is probably plenty to win with, but if I can maybe hold those cards hostage, sure. I can't do anything. Now what are you going to do? Oh, do they have like a ensnaring bridge or something? Another ring. Damn. Is that right? Did they keep the right one? I mean, they can probably win next turn. I can't cast spells. But it feels weirdly close now, since they didn't get the ring with no counters on it. What just happened? They play a Cloud Post? What the heck, though? Yeah, read me. Man. My cards. Alright, take 3. Can you win? I can't do anything. Can't tap the ring. Well, you can, but you better have a way to deal with those triggers. Or you can tap it after combat. Because I do have to block. Do you have like a Sky Sovereign? Do you have a way to get through this Orcish Bowmasters? What else works? I guess Haywire Might? Oh, you'll need green for that. Planar Nexus makes green. Can't imagine there's a second ring in your sideboard. Surely you want quite a few of them main board. Wormcoil Engine. Can you give it haste? Man, that was the top deck of the century. Century.
The top deck of the century. Run that. Orcish Bowmasters hit.
All right. Undefeated. Let's go. Here we go. Round 3.
This is where it gets serious.
We're up against a Chrome Mox deck. If it's Red Prison, which it looks like it is, they got Fury. I gotta force that. But if I can just get this frog in, I feel like we're gonna beat ass. But I wish I could have just ignored that Blood Moon. The good news is that they play the City of Traders. So if they want to develop their mana further, it's a good draw. They might have to lose their city in the process. I hope they just play another Blood Moon here. Trinisphere would be a little annoying. Another Chrome Mox is okay, I hope. The One Ring. That's interesting. They still might not have the mana to pay this out, really. But now I'm kind of feeling like I need to play Orcish Bowmasters. Wait, that's not even true, though. I think Psychic Frog will finish the game just as fast. And it's beating all their removal. I think I'll race this thing. Especially if I don't have to discard Bowmasters. Which I shouldn't have to, like... I'll probably discard Delta, Lorien, Edict. Well, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, there's Fury. It's racing time. So definitely that. I wonder if I should just discard the Edict. I mean the Bowmasters and keep the Edict. I don't think so. Especially since Bowmasters can beat Fury if they tap their ring next turn. Alright, I was afraid of another Pitchcast Fury there. That would have been insane. Interesting. A frog floating free. Excellent. Mostly for drawing a card. If I can hang on to this Edict, though, that'd be pretty cool. Here we go. So the first ping goes at them. If I get these triggers, they go at Fury. I do.
Hell yeah.
Backup ring. That'll slow things down a little bit. And they kind of refill their hand, but Psychic Frog invalidates a lot of their cards. And look at this power I have on board. It's a little insane. We might see a Chalice here. Well, they don't have to pay the life. Yep. Alright. I mean, they don't have that much mana. All things considered. Yeah. I think I do want that out. I'd prefer to have a force right now, but I think we're still in pretty good shape. Like if I didn't have to force that Blood Moon, total play draw situation. Blood Moon, of course. And do that every time now.
And it's never funny.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is the move. And yeah. Psychic Frog, very important for the matchup. Wish I could keep, but I can't. If I knew there was a land on top of my deck. Okay. I mean, it's a little worse than the last hand because there's no Hydroblast. But I will keep this one. And if they do that thing that Red Prison sometimes does against me, and just play a tap line and pass, we can ignore Blood Moon. Love it. Ooh.
Ooh,
That's a good one. I love top decking K Command. I can't think of anything I like doing more. Broadside Bombardiers. I should be able to beat that. At least I really don't want to force it. We'll get basic island here. And see what we can put together. Okay. So that's pretty good. I think I do need to cast Bowmasters this turn, though. If they cast Chalice, I don't need to worry too much about these cantrips being locked out forever. Like, ideally, they cast a ring here. Oh, that I do need to counter. Ping there. Double block. I want something to do with this K command next turn. Huh. Not great. Yeah, we'll see what we do here. Not pushing damage actually feels kind of bad. Blood Moon? Yeah, resolves. I guess I just had them discard. Not the craziest K command I've ever seen against Red Prison, but should do the trick.
Very macabre.
Wait, what? Oh, they just completely spewed. I'm trying to imagine a world where I don't have Bowmasters. It's like impossible, but it would be fair, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm 2-0. There's money on the line. There's trophy on the line. I can't just pretend like I don't have it. Although it would be a fair thing to do. Yeah, that's a really good exchange for us. We're left pushing damage. They spent a card on it. It also does make sense that they had another Fairy Macabre in hand. Like, even when they missed on the first one, they could have just hit it with the second one. Eh, whatever. Strix seems good. Drawing that land will be a little rough. I'm just going to stockpile them. So we'll go shields down on Edict for a turn. But most of their threats are pretty soft to Lightning Bolt. But if I could hold off on casting it and instead turn this from a 6-turn clock to a... Would it just be a 5-turn clock, actually? Maybe that's not so good. Sundering Eruption is fine. A little bit of a time walk there. Ooh, nice. That's a really good draw. If they draw Fury, I can keep my 2 power on board this way. I don't know why, but I guess I will play out 1 land. If I need to replicate a bunch of times. Okay, they're flooded. I think we're pretty rolled up here. Don't want to get cocky, but... Okay, yeah, that should be the damage we need to kind of push through. All right, we pulled through. Wow, undefeated. Here we go for match number 4. We got a hand that really blanks Blood Moon. Grim Monolith is good. Voltaic Key, okay. Now what? We're gonna see a 1 ring. See a Karn. I'll force that. Gonna have to hope their last cards aren't that good, right? Yeah. Not wild about that draw. But maybe there's a world in which we can aggro them out if they're forced to use that Ancient Tomb a lot. They don't have a play this turn. And 5 mana is a lot, so we might be weirdly safe for a moment here. And Lightning Bolt, not bad. It would have lined up nice against that Karn. But maybe we can turn it skyward. We'll see. Another key. And then nothing. Alright. Got them on the back foot for a second here. I'm not sure what their last 2 cards could be. Maybe lands? Because they don't seem to have a payoff right now. We're really bricking hard. Which is too bad. Until we hit a brainstorm, a lot of these draws are
Quite irrelevant.
It's a lot of workshops. Yeah, they're just not doing anything. I'm going to surveil. Thoughtseize. They don't have anything worth casting right now. I don't think they ever will. Fine, I'll Thoughtseize. Take your LED. And hope you keep bricking, I guess? I don't know. Weird spot. They also probably don't need to tap that Ancient Tomb any longer. Just have worlds and worlds of mana. Urza's Saga is worrying. Those constructs are arriving as 4/4s off the bat. That's a good draw. Let's go, baby. No more land drops for me. City of Traders. 6 mana. Paradox Engine. Yeah, they're like all set. I need to dodge somehow. Not really sure how I'm going to do that, but Force of Will would be nice. Shieldred's Edict. That does let me send. But is it better just to... Let's see here. Drawing Force of Will would be a lot better. So this Edict, I can essentially convert it into, what, 2 damage? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. They're down to 3, so another bolt would do it at that point. But I won't have another red. What if I need this Edict for Karn? I think hitting for 3 here is okay. But it's definitely risky. Yeah. Still just gotta dodge. See what happens. I think making a construct is a good sign. Vexing Bauble. Redraw. Alright, well that was a miracle. To be fair though, like we flooded pretty hard, so maybe not too much of a miracle, but still. Alright, Meltdown seems good. Blood Moon, not bad. Opposition Agent, great. Consigned Memory, awesome. Thoughtseize on the draw is a little sketchy, but it might be what we need here. I usually side out Cling to Dust here. And then Edict is not very efficient for what we're trying to do. Jace might be a little slow on the draw, but it's definitely the kind of card that once you establish control, you can just take over. We want a lot of blue cards as well, so... And then Surgical Extraction is also interesting. Sometimes if you can just extract Karn, they don't really have an out to win. Outside of like aggro beats, which are like a pretty good way to win. So yeah, maybe we'll just go like that. And cut Basic Mountain. Try like that. Every blue card in except Hydroblast because it's not really that great here. Gotta force a will. Gotta give it a shot. And they're gonna mulligan, so yeah, we'll try and leverage this. Hopefully it's not too hard to find our land drops. They're down to 5, so I'm definitely happy to have this force. Down to 4. Yeah, the only way this, I think, falls apart for us is if we just completely fall flat on our face, never find a land, and crumble. And if they're diving for a ley line...
That could also be good for us.
Okay, well, I mean, I feel like they had hands that could send it. Is this good content? It must be a little bit, right? We're undefeated, going for a trophy.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get that 10-0. Why not? Well, here goes nothing, folks. We've got a hand with lands and spells. Prismatic Vista. That's interesting. For a basic island. And they're going to ponder. I mean, Prismatic Vista... most commonly seen in Jeskai control. But this could be many things. Not wild about a land drop. Maybe I can turn these lands into better cards, though. Flooded Strand, huh? Flooded Strand, huh? Is what I meant to say. Another force. Don't mind it. Just stop on my draw step. What's going on? Nothing. Alright. Try and get a little more information before I try and fix my hand up. It's not like we're the most proactive deck or anything. They're going to brainstorm. Keeping all their cards. Well, that's interesting. I still don't know anything. Orcish Bowmasters. I mean, usually pretty good against a deck with cantrips. Certainly a nice draw. Lorien revealed. Are they going to reveal a color? Tundra. Alright. I mean, this is looking more and more like Jeskai or Miracles. And if they're a deck with a lot of Swords to Plowshares, they're going to have to do something about Orcish Bowmasters. And it could do like a Baleful Strix impression where it, like, you know, eats a removal spell and then leaves behind a 1/1. If you'd rather have a card or a 1/1, that's up to personal preference, really. It resolves. Ping. I'm untapping. Another Force of Will. If I can hardcast these,
That'd be pretty wild, huh?
we're in that interesting spot where instead of shuffling away... Ooh, Snapcaster Mage, that's really cool. Targeting Brainstorm. I think before they go to blocks, I'm interested in commanding it out of the way. Because then they might have an awkward Brainstorm they can't use in their yard. Or at least they don't want to. Force of Will pitching Days Undoing. I guess I'll force back, if that's really the best answer they have. Dress Down. Dress Down's fine. Discarding Narset?
That doesn't make sense.
To Fairy. It's a little awkward if they plus, I guess. Let's see what this Brainstorm turns up. Yeah, I think I'm fine pitching Psychic Frog here. It's going to be a little awkward to draw through these lands. Because they do kind of have to plus, right? It's now or never on Force of Will. They kind of indicate that they don't have swords. Or they might have swords, actually. But if they have to use it on Psychic Frog, or on Orcish Bowmasters, can Frog really ride? I think it's too risky. Well, we'll never know, huh? Maybe we will know. I mean, they still haven't swords. I'm starting to have my doubts. Just gonna hold these. Look tough.
Look real tough.
Yep. Don't mind that so much. Brainstorm's a little scary. Alright, could use a good draw here. Well, I'll at least surveil, but kind of a rough one. And we're pushing damage. They also don't seem like they're able to shuffle. Yeah, they're just passing back. Alright. So does that mean they can't do anything next turn either? I hope so. Another one of those things you have to untap with. I think that's better than an average draw. Especially if they feel like they have to remove something in combat right now. They're not swayed. Dress down. Well, they have a turn of doing whatever they want. Oh, I don't have Bowmasters anymore anyways, though. Oh. Guess they did not like what they drew. Okay, so Red Blast, very applicable here. I like Thoughtseize against blue-white X control decks as well. Nile Spellbomb is like medium. Vexing Bubble is super interesting, but probably not what we want. And then often like Hydroblast just because Fourth Aerolingus is kind of the one thing that they have over us. So any way to counter that is much appreciated. Psychic Frog is not good, especially on the draw. Lightning Bolt is also kind of medium, but they're on Days Undoing, which on one hand is very good for us because it's an A plus B combo in like a control deck. But also, I do kind of have the ability to win out of nowhere. Cut a land. Then this is not really the matchup for Nimble Obstructionist at all, but also having a Flash Beater is pretty good against Jeskai. It's probably just Tameo. That's probably the cut. Frog would have went really hard there because they never removed Baleful Strix. Not to say they didn't have the ability to. They conceded with like 3 cards in hand. I think it's likely Lightning Bolt here. Tameo has weird corner cases where like you cast it and then you just hold up some way to flip it and they try to remove it. It's all pretty sick. Looks good to me. Value creatures, Thoughtseize. They got Prismatic Vista. I'm definitely going to lead on Thoughtseize. And we're going to play around back to basics. They're going to brainstorm. Probably not when they wanted to brainstorm, so this could work out for us. Double Narset. I might just have to take one of the Narsets here. Not great, but definitely the most value positive cards, and also they have the lands to cast it. I'd like a Red Blast. We do have method to challenge it. Ooh, Force Will, that's nice. Makes me feel like I can do this. No Dress Down is kind of nice. The level of their sculpting is likely high, though. And also letting them untap with Narset is like pretty dangerous. Hoping for a good draw between Strix and my draw step, because I'll probably have to force Narset. Not ideal. But like I said, you know, Orcish Bowmasters can do a lot of work against them. Okay, they held onto that mountain. Force that. Cool, that worked. Alright, how about it? There have been times where I side that out against this deck, but it could really save you if they like throw Days Undoing on the stack and they have a Narset out and the only thing you can do is Petty Theft the Narset, and Yeah. There's things it does. Another Narset, sure. Cast Bowmasters. Sin. Can we pressure? I think so. Like, I don't think they can remove 3 bodies with a Source of Plowshares. Yeah, they're not moving on it. I'm going to Surveil. Bin it. Okay, well, attack Narset first. Sure. Ponder. My own Narset, and that's pretty darn good. Do I want to hold on to Lightning Bolt too? Probably not. I doubt they have more than one basic mountain, so I don't think we're going to run into a Pyroblast here. Like, if I have to force this, it wouldn't be that bad. That's fine. I'll take Pyroblast, even though Cling to Dust is like a grinding machine. Not a bad exchange. It would have been busted if I got another card off of her. We see a shuffle, that's nice. But no land drop. A little concerning. Jace. Jace with Pyroblast backup? That seems busted.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely put the mountain back, because that's what I want to fetch for. And I guess I put Brazen Borrower back too. Well, let's diversify our answers. If we need more Bowmasters, I'm sure Jace can turn them up. Pyroblast. That's too bad. They're just passing now. I think I'll try my aggro angle here. Yeah, they're just passing. Still play around back to basics here. Fire more of these. No brainstorming response.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm seeing kind of a tempo line here, where Pyroblast and Force Pitching Brazen Borrower can get me lethal. Let's see, does that change anything? No. They don't have any white up either. I think I just let this happen.
Be a little more patient.
Okay, that just happened. I only have 1 red. Still lethal though, I mean. Flusterstorm. I'll pay. This gives me Force of Will. And turns off Force for them. They have 1 card left, or 2 cards after their draw step. Yeah, punter's fine. They shuffle. And we did it, everyone!
We did it!
We got a 5-0, 10-0 with Grixis Control. Now, did one of these games not even happen? Maybe. Did something else weird happen in another one? Yeah, probably. I think our opponents maybe didn't run that well, but hey, I think getting a 10-0 with an underpowered deck in Legacy is nothing you should take for granted or be unhappy about. Let's look at the deck. It's pretty much what I was running with a couple weeks ago, right? I do like this 2 Psychic Frog situation, but next time I'll try 1 and see what it's like. Or maybe I'll try 4. Oh boy. What a relief. I think it's because of this new keyboard. It's so light. And it really makes me feel like I can
Play with skill.
Other thoughts about the list? It's nice to have Hydroblast again. I'm not sure why Red Prison has made such a resurgence because people are saying that Riscamnir's only bad matchup was Red Prison and now it's not bad anymore because they have Psychic Frog. But God bless it. I feel like Grixis Control was always very good against Red Prison, and I'm glad that people are out there trying to make it happen again. It's probably still a really powerful deck. And also, unlike the first Modern Horizons 3 trophy I posted with Jace, I feel like we actually did Jace stuff this time, which was really fun. And other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Leave your questions down below for the 500 sub Q&A special. It can be about anything. Remember, it doesn't have to be Magic related.
If you want to learn a little bit about me,
Yeah. Keep the Grixis dream alive. Let's get to 1,000 subs, everyone. I know we can do it. Maybe this 5-0, 10-0 will count. Although I was thinking, it's probably not really going to happen until I get a big result, like a challenge or a qualifier. And I don't even really know if I'm ready for one of those yet. I feel like my endurance is not great for the big events, even for leagues. Like, I'm sure y'all see it. My energy start to wane into match 4 in these. It was very brief this time. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time.
Keep that Grixis dream alive, baby.